Maybe we'll cut here and do 2 videos.
Whatever you want, my dear.
Alright, let's do that. You ready? 1, 2, 3, action! What's happening, guys? You know a new video starts as soon as I say, what's happening, guys? Well, today we are out on 16A again. Just gonna start over so we have, well, not start over, but start a new video so we don't end up with a half an hour long video. You guys know I'm famous for. Everybody's like, you know, all the new moto vloggers, the advice.
We're gonna stop up here.
The advice for the new moto vloggers is always like, keep your videos short. And they're like, your videos are like an hour and 45 minutes long. And I'm like, yeah, well, I'm different. Hey, actually, we're going to go around a loop that's right over that overlook.
Yeah, but this right here is a different overlook.
Do you hear the boot squeak?
Yeah.
It's official.
Sounds like a saddle. I like it.
Is your camera still running?
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, right here. And you can look out and you can see, what you call it?
Mt.Rushmore. Maybe, yeah. Welcome to Mt.Rushmore. That's as much as I can show you. So I had another little shout out that I wanted to do, which was to Mr. Pharettface Fail Productions. He went on a group ride with a bunch of guys, the Breckenback ride, which was supposed to be about a 300-mile day. And apparently he ended up beating the crap out of himself and sent himself to the hospital with what he thought was a broken leg. But it turns out that he had a concussion and multiple sprains in multiple areas on himself. So big shout out to Mr. Pharettface, playing hard. Take it easy, brother, take it easy. We want you in one piece. He beat the crap out of himself with Hermit Never Ride and Minute Stop. He knocked himself out on the trail. And that was like, what, 4 days before he went on the Breckenback ride?
Yeah, something like that.
Poor guy. Poor guy's gonna have brain damage if he doesn't take it easy. Hello, random lady. So, yeah, Mr. Pharettface Fail Productions. Hope you are healing up well and doing okay. And get back in the swing of things. Anybody you want to shout out, Miss Stacey? We can make this a shout out vid. I think you should shout out Tanker Man.
I don't even know who that is.
He's a shifty old fella from I think it's Tennessee, and he rides a Honda. And he cruises around the trails there in Tennessee and tells some stories that are pretty good, pretty enjoyable. And then he comes and he watches all my videos and he gives me tons of crap. Like, since you don't comment on my videos giving me crap, he kind of like stands in for you.
Oh, cool. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. I should have figured.
Give it to him.
Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, I've just been exclaiming to Miss Stacey ever since we got here that I am so happy that I can be on 2 wheels and riding all these switchbacks and crazy turns and stuff. Because, man, about a week ago, there would have been no chance that I would have been riding this stuff. I would have just been like, fall over in the ditch right there. Oh, I know what else we can talk about. So Miss Stacey has had a semi-free and very good improvement in the performance of her little XT225, and I kind of want Everride to come ride it again. Because Everride, oh, that's right! If you guys haven't seen it yet, go to the Everride ADV channel and watch the review that he did of the Bad Cycle. Man, I have not. I made Miss Stacey watch it twice in a row, and she was like, "You're really gonna watch it again?" And I was like, "Hell yes, this is that good." I think Mr. Everett is well on his way to doing some professional stuff that might be a little bit bigger than YouTube, and I really hope he can do that. I think it would be great for him, and I think it's really his passion. But yeah, he did an absolutely epic review of that cycle. But I'm gonna tell you this, it's gonna make me sound kind of like an idiot, but you know, like I said in the last video, everyone gets their shame, everyone gets their glory here on the Colorado Dual Sport channel. I had not checked the air filter on Miss Stacey's bike since she bought it. So we got an oil change done on it when she bought it, and I figured, and they took the boot off of the airbox, which is like the XT's. It's like the XT's 3x3 mod. But I figured, you know, when they did that, they would have taken the air filter out and cleaned it, and you know, we told them just do a once over on it and make sure it's in good shape and ready to ride for the season and whatnot. Nope, they did not do that. So Faymeyers fail. But they still were happy to charge us $100 and something to do an oil change. Probably took them 5 minutes. But anyway, not going to complain about that anymore. But I pulled the air filter out of Miss Stacey's bike because I was checking mine before we left. And what did you think it was?
I thought it was memory foam.
You thought it was memory foam? Why did you think it was memory foam?
It looks like memory foam. It had no like sponginess.
Yeah, it was completely and utterly caked with dirt. And not just like dirty, I mean like it was a solid ball of dirt.
It looked like a piece of memory foam.
It's one of the flat filter kinds that goes in like this. It's not like a big poofy thing like Zena's. So I slid it out and I was like, holy crap, you know, I can't even tell that this is an air filter. It was just dirt. So tried my hand first time at changing an air filter, or cleaning an air filter. But after looking at it, I was like, you know what? You just need a new one because this is just too bad. So she got a new one. We found a Coyote Motorsports. First time we've ever done business with them. But they're a Yamaha dealership. Nobody else in the metro, the normal places, had a air filter for an XT225. That way. We need to go that way. Why are we going this way? Hello? There's a bike! We need to go that way.
I think it's quicker for us to go back over this to get back to the campground than it is to take.
It probably is.
Plus it's prettier.
But anyway, yeah, she ended up getting an air filter for the XT, and I ended up, it was not oiled, so tried my hand at oiling an air filter for the first time, and figured out really quickly that it is possible to use way too much. So I used the no toil stuff, and man, I was even dumb and didn't use gloves. I knew I should have, but I didn't. So yeah, sticky hands for a couple of days, and had to wring that sucker out. Well, not wring it out, I know. I had to squeeze it out for like an hour before it was not like just completely dripping and soaking with the no toil oil. So yeah, that was a new experience. But afterwards, I took her bike out for a spin, and oh baby, third gear, fourth gear had power. That thing was hauling me around the hood like no other.
Yeah, it pretty much is driving at altitude the way it drove with safety review.
Right. So, drastic improvement, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm glad. Wish I would have known that before. Yeah. Oh, and we replaced her battery too, because her battery gave up the ghost. But it's an 06, and it was the original Yamaha battery, so.
I'm pretty sure that Tyler just
Well, Tyler got all up in its Scooty place, and that was the end of it. You know, what was funny was Miss Stacey was watching the review, and she's like, I'm glad somebody rode my bike like that.
Yeah, because you know the guy we bought it from did not.
She's like, that bike needed the needed the cobwebs blown out of it, and she's like, I'm probably not doing it. Meanwhile, Everride's got it straight up and down.
Yeah.
Doing wheelies off of jumps and stuff. What else? I got one more thing. I got a big shout out to Mr. Hermit DeVlog. Mr. Herm, you're my best buddy. He hooked me up like big ass time. Big ass time. He, you know, we both have the same helmet now, different colors because I copied off him because I'm lame. But oh man, of course I shift up and then we slow down. But he has had it a lot longer than I have, so he's figured out the caveats of it. And the cheek pads on the Icon variant are super terrible. And they squish your face in a way that is so uncomfortable it makes you want to cry. So he figured out that if you cut just a little slit in the end of the in the edge of the cheek pad, they're double foam right there, and if you take out the top layer of foam, you can sew it back up super easy, and then you don't have to worry about the cheek pads squishing your face. So he had actually purchased a second pair previously to try and see if, you know, in case he messed them up, I guess, or whatever. But he just he did those, and he gave me that set of cheek pads, and he was just like, here you go, man, this is gonna fix your life. Playhouse Road.
I think we have to go that way. That's where Custer State Park is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Alright. But a huge shout out to Hermit for that, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. And it has literally made this helmet enjoyable. I knew from the beginning that this helmet was going to be like the bomb diggity, but that made all the difference.